This podcast is a member of the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network. Visit voicesofwrestling.com to hear the rest of our great podcasts, as well as show reviews, columns, opinions, and updates across the world of wrestling.
Competition starting to get thick, it's the click, so I hope you watch your A-game. A-made, no rain from the track when we unite and spit. This is an A-game, better bring your A-game. Competition starting to get thick, it's the click, so I hope you watch your A-game. A-made, no rain from the...
All right, JD, I want to play a game with you really quick.
Sure.
Okay. So I can't play the actual footage because I don't want to get in trouble. Okay. But this is going to be called, Is It AEW or Is It Porn? Are you ready to play this game?
Oh, God. Yeah, I guess.
Okay. All right. I'm going to do a share screen here. All right. Nobody in the chat spoil it. JD's got a guess, okay?
Mercedes Mone left laying. And...
Okay, JD. What say you, JD?
Oh, that's porn.
Incorrect.
Oh, man. Are you sure?
Hey, that was Mercedes Mone's acting.
Oh. Porn level. All right. Are we just going to say this now? Mercedes Mone is a terrible promo.
Yeah.
Terrible. So, and you can't sit there and tell me that, well, you know, AEW set her up to fail. They hired her pet writer.
Yes. They got her personal writer. And like this is the stuff she's doing. It's like, and they're going against what she's not good at. They're not setting her up for success.
Well, her ankle must be fucked up for her not to be working until May. Like, and now we have to do blackout beatdowns. Like, she's still got to be rehabbing that thing pretty bad. Like, she's not a good promo. Someone's like, well, they're gonna be heel soon. Yeah, they're gonna have to turn her heel because like she's unlikable, and like they put her with. But I think that's been the plan because she's been against Willow the whole time, and Willow's like the most likable person in the company, male or female. So, and Mercedes just works better as a heel. I thought she came off very condescending last night and very phony, but her performance was also very phony. So maybe I'm just reading into that a little bit too much.
You can tell she's very clearly acting, right? And you get some of that with pro wrestling, but I thought this was worse than most. It was like nails on a chalkboard to me, like her talking to Alex Marvez.
That's why she has no lines in The Mandalorian.
Yeah, that's why she's in silent films, or she has silent roles in TV shows.
Yeah, it's not good. She's not good at this aspect. She's a great worker where she was before the ankle injury. We'll see where we're at. Like, and I get it. I get the signing her. You had to sign her. They did everything. They've done everything to make her happy, right? She's got her own person doing her own stuff. I don't think this is like, well, Tony's put her in this position. Like, I think this is kind of what she wants to do. So, yeah, like we gave Adam Copeland some room to grow, and he's wound up becoming one of my favorite performers in the company at the moment. So I think I've got to give her a little leeway. Early returns, not good.
Not good. Real quick, King of the North sent me a DM the other day. I just want to share this. He wants to submit.
You're sharing DMs? That's mean.
A picture he sent me. Oh. This is from one. Hold on, I got to go back. From one Corey Brennan. So Drain Bamager is a hardcore AEW fan that tweets positivity about AEW all day, every day, and anything that's connected to any other promotion. He somehow tries to spin it into positive AEW stuff. That's what he is, right? So if you're going after him, like, stop, okay? But this guy Corey Brennan of Fightful, I think he used to be part of Body Slam. He said, "Oh, fucking brother, can you say one positive thing about WWE?" Now, I can. If they do something I like, I say it. If they do something I don't like, I don't say it. Or I say it. Like, no, I don't really care one way or the other. But you don't get mad at people because they don't like it and they're not wanting to say anything positive about WWE. Especially don't go to somebody who's clearly his gimmick is to be positive about AEW. Like you're like, why would you pick that fight? Well, there's something wrong with you if you're doing that. You know what I mean?
Well, he works for Fightful. Like that's, I'm done at that point. Like I have nothing good to say about that network. Yeah, why? Like that's like calling out Gareth. Like WWE Gareth and being like how come you don't say, or Cheese Boy, what's his name? Oh, Julian Weeks. Yeah.
Julian Weeks or Cheese Board Alfred, who's clearly playing a gimmick. Oh, you know what? The worst thing that Tony Khan ever did right, with this all-in footage is he made me laugh at a joke that Alfred did, and I am like embarrassed.
Oh
I know I'm embarrassed,
no!
but it got shared around. I didn't know, and then I saw his name at the bottom. Like, damn it, I laughed at that. That's so embarrassing.
What
So
was the
in
joke?
his write-up of he in his write-up of the AEW show, he wrote in the results, like one of the results was CM Punk defeating Jungle Boy, and then he just put in parentheses backstage all in footage. I was like, damn it, that's actually funny. God, it got me. It's like, and then I saw it was him. I was like, oh no, I can't admit that made me laugh.
It's like that meme that goes, "The worst person you know just made a point." Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty much what it
Yeah.
is. Hey man, that's actually not a bad joke. So
yeah.
I gotta
Yeah,
tip
not
my-
not a bad joke. All right, guys, we're coming up on the 60 minutes. Real quick, Miyu Yamashita is making her way back to TNA. She'll be part of the tapings in Las Vegas on April 21st. I'll have more coverage of that coming up this weekend on Brace for Impact. Also, Natalia and Jordan Grace continue to tease having a match together. This is in light of Nick Khan discussing his interest in working with other companies and reports of TNA and WWE having a meeting over the weekend. JD, what do you think about TNA and WWE? Kind of like, how do you see that going?
I see me not caring.
Yeah.
I see it not being good for TNA because it never is. Why don't you ask Gabe Sapolsky how that went with Evolve?
Well, it didn't go good for Evolve, but it's gone good for Gabe. He's got a job.
He does
The
have a
same
job.
thing-
He's been fired.
Same thing
Does
with
he
Paul
have a
Heyman.
job? Does he have a job currently?
He got
He's
he
lost
got
it a
fired and
couple-
got brought back.
He
He
got
got
brought back?
fired and got brought back. Yeah. He got brought back. Yeah.
So I mean,
So
like,
when Triple
Hey.
H took over, he brought Gabe back. So
if people are looking to jump ship and find a place to land, it's really good, I guess. If you want to keep your promotion running, it's not great. It's not a good
Yeah.
track record of companies. Ask Jim Cornette how it went with Smoky Mountain.
ask
Ask
ECW.
ask ECW. Ask the Jarretts. Like the people in charge wind up having a soft cushion landing spot, but the promotions not as much.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm nervous about it, but I do think that we could probably see. I've been waiting to see somebody from WWE show up on TNA. We'll see if it ever happens, though. Probably not.
I would be surprised.
Matt Hardy, officially a free agent. He's let AEW know that he will not be accepting their offer. Is it possible that AEW never actually gave him an offer and he is just making this whole thing up and he just like a free agent?
Are you calling Matt Hardy a carny?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm calling Matt Hardy.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't think he goes back to WWE, but like TNA, right? I mean,
Sure.
or NWA probably, something like that.
I mean, Matt should just, honest to God, the last couple of years of watching him wrestle have not been good. I like Matt Hardy. I'm a fan of Matt Hardy. Broken Matt brought me back to TNA, and I enjoyed that whole bit of lunacy because at the time it was different. We weren't getting a ton of meme wrestling in 2016, right? Matt Hardy kind of made that popular. So that was fun at the time. But his body's really broken down, and he doesn't look great when he wrestles, and it's, I don't know, maybe time to move on to the next phase. My opinion, I'm sure he's not going to do that. Whatever.
Yeah. I figured TNA because he could do his broken thing, and I think he never wanted to give up on that character, and I think that's probably the only company that'll let him do it, to be honest with you. I don't think any other company's going to let him. So.
The broken thing they tried, and WWE made it the woken thing, and they didn't quite let him do it all the way. And then AEW, they brought him into AEW in the first week during a pandemic, mind you. Week 1 of the pandemic, they brought him in, and it got shit on by the fan base really bad. So he never really got to do that.
Well, they brought in a guy who can teleport into their television show that was based on sports-based programming, right? Because they were supposed to present themselves as the alternative to WWE and the alternative to TNA, right? Like they were like a little bit of anti, like old, like they weren't going to make the mistakes that TNA made. So, and then they brought him in, and the first thing he does is teleport. We're just like, okay, so
yep,
yeah,
didn't quite work.
Didn't quite work. Sheamus is returning to WWE after taking 7 months off. No word if he's resigned, but people are looking into that. And then WWE World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest has resigned with WWE. Congrats to him. New contract, new title, and a new girl. Pictures are everywhere. I don't think it's been reported yet, but yeah, likes Russians, I guess.
Who's this new girl? I haven't seen. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. She got redeemed.
Yeah. So there you go, man. We have so much more we could talk about, but we've already kind of gone over our time. So I know it's really late where you're at. So we'll call it a day on this.
I'm sorry. Everyone in the world is going to cover all the stuff that we're going to cover, right?
Yeah.
No one is going to be able to tell the Mike Bono the Mike Akibono story. The Mike Akibono story. That is what makes our show different. That is what makes us unique. And it is stuff like that. And I am, I've heard it 3 times, and I enjoy it every time I hear it. I hope to hear it again someday, because Akibono is going to keep getting larger. He'll be 7'2" down the line. Cannot wait for that to happen.
Yeah. Undefeated MMA fighter, and I whooped his ass. Basically, is how the story is going to be told in like 5 years. It's like the older I get, the more badass my stories get. So. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for us. Thank you to everybody in the chat. I really do appreciate you guys being here with us. And for all the people watching online, both on Voices of Wrestling and on the Mike and JD show, I think we had over 50 viewers at one point. So thank you guys for joining us. The flagship's not on tonight, so we get a little bit of a bump for the flagship not going live tonight, I think. So that's cool. Thanks, guys, for taking the night off. I appreciate that. That helps us out. But yeah, that's going to do it for us. Go to patreon.com/the Mike and JD show. Brace for Impact coming out this week. Got all kinds of stuff to talk about. It's going to be a big show, and I'll do that on Saturday morning. But until next time, mahalo.
Competition starting to get thick, it's the click, so I hope you watch your A game. Mate, no lane from the track when we unite and spit. This is an A game, better bring your A game. Competition starting to get thick, it's the click, so I hope you watch your A game. Mate, no lane from the track when